Hello, and welcome to tonight's stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. Unfortunately, I don't have a long time to stream tonight, but we're gonna make the best of it. My Wi-Fi, Xfinity, having all kinds of issues, but I think I should be good for about an hour. So we've got an hour to party until my Wi-Fi goes down. So. As for updates to the board, there's a few random things that I got more packs of. I did restock on all of the 25th anniversary Yu-Gi-Oh packs, have a couple each of those. I think the Chilling Reign is new. I got 2 more packs of Evolving Skies. And then, over here, I didn't have time to do much, but I did make 1 or 2 more damaged goods and one more trainer. Because I realized that I don't have enough stuff to make more than 1 or 2 of them. So we have 1 more trainer pack. I'm going to try and find more, but we will see. We will find out. Let me hurry and move this. One of the tabs on my screen is in a really weird spot. Okay, there we go. So yeah, a little bit of time for a little bit of silliness. Hopefully we will get some good stuff. Speaking of silliness, so I got to play Commander last night, and I have a new deck. I made it like 3 weeks ago, but I played it for the first time last week. And last week it won the first game I played with it, so I was like, I like where this is going. The second game, I didn't actually get to finish the game because the store closed and we had to leave. But yesterday I played my 3rd game with it, and I won again! I was pretty excited. I mean, in general, it's kind of an overpowered deck just because the commander for it is kind of overpowered. But I'm also pretty proud of myself for how I built it. Obviously, I took it from a pre-con and then upgraded it. There's a little bit of stuff left from the pre-con, but that's mostly just the lands. The pre-con lands are still in there. But a lot of the other stuff I switched up. I mean, I guess there are a handful of other cards from the pre-cons, but yeah, so I'm like, I feel pretty proud of it. It's 2 for 3. One of the games didn't actually have a winner, so I'm pretty proud of it. I'm definitely excited to keep playing around with it. There are a few little things that could use some help, but like the thing is the deck always starts off pretty slow, and so it doesn't put a threat on me at the start of the game. Like, I'm just barely even doing anything, and then all of a sudden it just goes crazy. And I like it when it just goes crazy because then I win. So I'm like, I was really surprised that it won the first game that I played with it, because my friend was playing their Omnath deck, and their Omnath deck, to put it simply, I borrowed the deck once, and it was hard to not win by like turn 5. Like, the deck just played itself. It was so easy to just absolutely massacre everybody. And somehow I beat that deck with my silly little +1/+1 counters deck, so I'm pretty proud. It has potential to rival some of my previous favorite decks, aka my Mill deck and my Kalia deck. Obviously my Kalia deck is a lot more hardcore than my Mill deck, and I mean, I guess it's also kind of similar to my Sacrifice deck, except that it's honestly better in a lot of ways. But you know, either way, I'm really loving the deck. It took me so long to actually upgrade and build it, but definitely like how it turned out. Just a few things that I may switch. No, it is not $1. I'm glad somebody noticed that. I don't know why it said 1, but it's 25. It is 25 for the mystery packs. I wish I could make really spicy mystery packs for $1, but unfortunately not. Unless I find somebody that like sells me a bunch of really expensive cards for like 10 cents each, that would be super cool. I wouldn't complain if somebody wanted to do that. No complaints from me. Alright, I'm just gonna hurry and check orders real quick. I don't think we've got any. Yes, so we can just keep vibing for the time being. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tired today because I got up early and I spent a lot of time driving. And like, I like to drive, but spending like an hour straight in the car while driving, this is like my first time just doing like a really long trip like that on my own, and I was like, wow, this is tiring. Like, my leg started to like cramp up and was just like, no. And I'm like, kind of need that to work so that I can actually use the pedals. But it all went fine, and I am getting closer and closer to my goal of getting the Ultima to 250,000 miles before I get my new car. Which, update on the new car situation, the one that I put on hold like a couple months ago is still just that there's just nothing on it. But now I think they're kind of trying to like subtly upsell me. They're like, but we did just get this new Sentra in, or it's multiple thousands of dollars more, but we have it right now. And I'm like, I sure would like a car now, but I don't want to pay extra thousands of dollars. Yeah, 250,000 miles. Let me see where... I took a picture at the start of the day. I forgot to take one at the end of the day, but let me see what it was at towards the start of the day. So as of 11:16 a.m., so almost exactly 12 hours ago, it was at 249,009 miles. I think now it's at about 249,120-ish. So we're making progress. I've already eaten multiple raw potatoes. And, I mean, I do still have the option to pay me to eat a raw potato, but I probably am just gonna get rid of that. But I have done it before. But the one thing is that I don't even think it's the actual car salesman. I think it's just like the towing guy, because my mom, yeah, it's just the guy that does the towing. So the guy that actually brings all the cars in the big fancy truck to the dealership, because my mom works at the dealership I'm buying the car from, so she has connections to the towing guy. And obviously he knows what cars get delivered to the shop because he's the one that brings them. So yeah, he's just doing his towing. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, because obviously I don't want to spend multiple extra thousands more, but the Versa is kind of just like a bunch of question marks, no idea. And I would sure love to have a car that has working AC. I mean, it's not like the AC doesn't work in the Ultima, but it just sometimes doesn't for long periods of time. Like, when I was heading home today, it probably took my car about 20 minutes to stop just blowing hot air, and then like another 10 to 15 to go from... I forgot I have a reminder on my phone for something that I keep forgetting to do. I'm gonna reset it for an hour from now, because I'll have to be done by then. So, but let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, and then after like the good like 20 minutes of it just trying to blow hot air, so I usually just have to like roll the window down and turn the like amount of air really low. Then it just kind of like blows room temperature air for like a good 20 to 30 more minutes. And then for like the last 20 to 30 minutes of the ride, it blows slightly cold air. It was horrible. I was just like sweating like crazy. I was like, why is it like this? I know it just needs to be refilled on like the cooling stuff, but my dad wasn't able to do it last time he was in town. And I'm like, teach me how to do it. He's like, no. And I'm like, okay. So just waiting until he's in town again, which probably won't be for like 2 or 3 weeks, but I have no idea. It's a mystery. But if I decide that I want to buy a Sentra, I could basically go get it tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. It's just so much more expensive. Have you ever tried streaming a Pokemon game? I did once, and I don't know. I after like a couple weeks of it, I just kind of got over it. I'm not really a video game player in general. Like, the only video games I play is like occasionally like Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros. If like my siblings are all playing, or I'm at like some kind of activity thing and people are like, we're playing Mario Kart, and then I'm like, well, absolutely. Other than that, I don't play any video games. So it's like, it's just not really something I do, and it really distracted from being able to do the rip and ships, because obviously I had to like switch the screen every time we had an order and every time I went back to that. So definitely just not for me. Rick. Oh, the name sounds familiar, but I don't remember. Oh, this is it this one that only came out in the Secret Lair? What was that? The zombie something. Walking Dead. The Walking Dead Secret Lair, I think. It's about time. We have waited far too long to be able to get, or at least kind of afford, Rick. See, that's the one thing I like. See, I am kind of over reprint sets in a lot of ways. Like, I do like that they make it so that cards I don't have are easier to get, but they also absolutely trash the value of a bunch of cards I already have. And I'm like, I don't know if this trade is worth it. But, like, things like this, like Secret Lair cards, I rarely ever get Secret Lair cards. There was this one time where I bought a couple of Secret Lairs, and that's like it. And so, them actually reprinting cards that have just been in Secret Lairs, now that, I approve of that very much so. Winota is such a funny card. I mean, it's just good for like human decks in general. I have one of the people that I play with, I know they've got a pretty brutal, just humans deck. The Commander and Commander, any legacy set could be very expensive without reprints. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of really expensive Commander cards, and there are always some that will just maintain their value no matter how many times they're reprinted. But see, I'm just worried about like my Jeweled Lotus. I'm like, what's gonna happen to my Jeweled Lotus? I mean, ultimately it's still an amazing card, and there's so much more demand than there's been supply for so long that I don't think it's gonna really significantly change the price, but it's just slightly less exciting. I don't know. I guess more than anything, I just really was disappointed with Dominaria Remastered. And so I'm just like, hopefully the new Commander Mastered is going to be a better experience. But I also can't really afford to open much of it, so I mean, yeah, reserve lists is pretty safe to, yeah, anything on the reserve list. The only reprints they make are their non-tournament legal 30th anniversary ones. Such a joke. Such a joke. But in terms of tournament legal ones, they will not print more. This is true. That's why I'm very glad that I have a single dual land. I got my little scrub land of all the dual lands. I have my scrub land in my Kalia deck. So, you know, that's my little silly reserve card. Oh my goodness. The 30th anniversary set thing was just the biggest joke. People were like asking me if I was gonna get packs of it, and I was like, absolutely not. I was like, everything about this is just stupid. It's just a bunch of wizards going back on their word, wizards trying to just suck up all of our money. I was Like, not for me. I did have a friend that has some, and I was like, good for you, but definitely not for me. But yeah, Wizards definitely, I think, realized that that was a bad idea. Wizards has had a lot of bad ideas lately. They kind of need to get, like, stuff figured out. They've got lots of issues. Alright. We got about 40 minutes left until I have to wrap up. No orders yet, but we'll keep vibing for a little bit. I don't know if anybody's pulled a 30th Black Lotus. I haven't really kept up with it. Because I was never interested in the set in the first place. I was just like, well, this is silly. And then moved on with my life. And bought like some more Dominaria United or something. Because I love Dominaria United. That set, so much more fun than Dominaria Remastered. Dominaria United gave us Shoulder the Apocalypse. And obviously I love that card. Literally built her as a commander. But I have like 5 of them because I can't have enough Shoulder the Apocalypses. There is no such thing as enough. It's just too good of a card. So I really like that from Dominaria United. There's a lot of other fun stuff in the set too. Like I liked quite a few of the legendaries in there, and of course the legendaries pre-con. Absolutely love that thing. As just a pre-con straight out of the box, I've won multiple games with it. And so I had this idea where I was going to keep the 100% original pre-con, just like with spicier lands, like basic lands switched out. And then also get a second one and upgrade that one to compare the original pre-con and my upgrades to see which one was better. And I never finished the upgraded version. I just have this like stack of cards that's like for the legendary deck if I ever actually get around to finishing it. So, you know, one day maybe. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I am not excited about the Disney thing because I'm not a Disney fan. Not a Disney fan, but I know a lot of people are gonna want it and be obsessed with it, and I'm gonna have to know about it so that I can, like, sell it at work. Disney is just not my thing. That they have enough money, they don't need my money too. But I don't hate Disney, but I don't like it either. Like, they've given us some good stuff, like Phineas and Ferb and Gravity Falls, but I mostly attribute those to Alex Hirsch and Swampy and Dan Povenmire. They get most of the credit for those, but Disney did get to put those on their channel. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not for me. I mean, I'm not a fan of most big franchise type things. Really just the trading card ones. Magic and Pokemon, mostly. I mean, yeah, it definitely can give them some competition. I don't know if the game will last long term in terms of actually being played, but it's always something that's going to be incredibly collectible because there will never not be a Disney collectible market. People are going to want that stuff whether the game is played or not. So there's definitely going to be value and a lot of collectability there. But in terms of playing, I don't know yet. I haven't really heard much about what the actual playing is supposed to be, but you know, I guess we'll find out more when we get there, or I won't find out more, and that will be okay too, because I'm not gonna play it. See, I've got plenty of other games that I could learn to play if I wanted to. So Disney's not very high up there. Plus, having to fight with the Disney fanatics for a collectible item does not sound like a fun time to me. Oh, I completely understand that they have immense, like, power over the market. I'm just saying that there's a difference between this game being played because it's legitimately good and there are people that just enjoy playing, and this game mostly just being a collectible item that like a handful of people play here and there, but most people just want it because it's Disney, you know? And of course, it could become a really, really popular game to play. I'm not saying that it won't be. I'm just saying that there's no like exact proof to whether or not that'll actually be the case or not. It's gonna be a little bit of a surprise. I mean, of course, there will be a lot of places trying to facilitate play of it once it first comes out, but I just think about, there's been a lot of really cool games or games made by really popular franchises that did good for a little bit and then just flopped, you know? It's something that can happen. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Very possible that it ends up being very heavily played, but oh my goodness, the One Piece has been incredibly popular. I mean, like, people are just like fighting to get a hold of any product for it. I was surprised that I was able to get any packs of the most recent set, because I got a single box of the first set, nothing on the second set, and then I was able to get one box of the third set. It's wild. I mean, like, there are so many games that were like really popular for a minute and then kind of just woo. And I mean, some of them still have a player base and value in their cards, but the hype is kind of gone. It's not growing a ton. It's just the people that like really got attached to it while it was on high. I mean, like, I think about Flesh and Blood. Like, of course there are people that still love to play and constantly are playing Flesh and Blood, but I've seen just, you know, the popularity of it going down overall. I mean, MetaZoo was another one. People were obsessed with collecting that because it was so hard to get at first. But the second they started printing more of it, it lost every ounce of value. Most of the boxes after the first couple of sets on MetaZoo, you can buy the boxes on like TCG Player for less than the cost that a card store would have to pay to get them. Like, it's horrible. And I mean, there's so many other TCGs that have done similar things or that had a lot of potential but never really picked up in general. Like, another one that I actually collected a lot of was Gate Ruler, because the cards were so high quality, the back of the card was textured, and I was obsessed with that. The cards were beautiful, but they're just, I'd never really learned about much people playing it. It was mostly just me and my friend opening boxes here and there. And then I mean, of course it sort of disappeared a lot because they like kicked out one of the original creators of the game. They're like, you're messing things up for us, you need to leave. And so they had to deal with that for a while. I absolutely would not say that the TCGs are dying, because honestly, I would say they're becoming more and more popular because being into them is not as considered as much as like a nerdy thing as it once was. I mean, so many more people are getting into collecting Pokemon, and big things like Whatnot happening obviously show that there is a lot of demand for that kind of stuff. But even on that same app, you see a lot of demand for other popular games. And it's so many new TCGs have been released in the last few years, and yeah, sure, a lot of them end up going downhill after a little bit, but that doesn't change the fact that, like, there's still products that are being bought that people enjoying, that there are some people that are gonna love forever. Oh no, I absolutely despise Whatnot. For the short time, like the 6 months that I worked at the Hilltop shop and ran their Whatnot streams, I do not care for it. It definitely has a lot of scammers. It's also just it does not really appreciate its sellers. The fees are awful. And I just have a lot of issues with the setup and the way that it's run in general. I was going to try streaming on there myself, but after kind of getting more familiar with it, I was like, nah, I'm good. I do not need this in my life. I will avoid whatnot. But yeah, it's not my thing. Definitely not my thing. But a lot of other people really enjoy Whatnot, and Whatnot is very considerate towards the buyers. They treat their buyers well. Maybe not the sellers. It's kind of weird not treat them well, but whatever. Like, you see Whatnot doing all kinds of crazy, like, giveaways and things. It's like, those giveaways are possible because they're just, like, stealing money from the sellers. And I know. Like, having to pay a commission on the sales that they make on there 100% makes sense. But in my opinion, the commission is a bit too harsh. And, I mean, so many people will, like, start selling and whatnot and not realize that they're losing money because of how messed up all the fee stuff is. So, like, I don't even know. Not good times, though. Definitely not good times. What's the percentage? So I think there's, like, a base fee of somewhere between, like, 30 to 50 cents. And then, I don't know if it's the same on all items, but it's typically at least, like, a 13%. And so, obviously, if you're trying to sell smaller things, that takes the value away. Like, if you want to sell a single pack on there for MSRP, say this is Pokemon, so $4.50, well, 30 to 50 cents taken off as the base fee, you're now down to $4. Then you lose 13%. 13% though of the $4.50, which is... Where's my calculator? I don't know. I'll pull up my computer calculator. 'Cause I can definitely do the math, but I would rather the calculator do the math. So we need 87% of $4.50 minus up to 50 cents. That brings you already all the way down to $3.50, which, when this item was, you know, you're selling it for $4.50, that's quite a large percentage of the pack. And that's just like at the normal price for a pack. A lot of places, you know, want to be able to sell packs for a little under MSRP. You can't really do that and whatnot, because if you do the same thing, say you're trying to sell a pack for $3.50, well, 87% of that has you at $3.05, minus up to like 50 cents, you're at like $2.50, which, from what I've seen, a lot of cases is close to cost. Let me see, what is that times 36? Yeah, that's like literally cost. So if you're having to pay for sleeves and top loaders for shipping, and if you have to, you know, if you're paying a streamer to do it for you, it's not profitable. In fact, chances are you'll end up losing money. So it's just, I don't know. It's pretty brutal. Yeah, it is similar to TCG Player and eBay, except that I feel like TCG Player, because at least TCG Player, it's a lot easier to really see how the fees are affecting you, but there are also more options in terms of the shipping stuff, because with Whatnot, they will get the labels for you, but you have to figure out the actual supplies for shipping, and you don't get any money to use towards that. So once again, like the top loaders, a bubble mailer, any sleeves that you need, a box if it's a bigger order, and it adds up. Let me tell you, all the little things like that add up. If I could even guess how much money I've spent on top loaders since I've started this channel, hundreds and hundreds of dollars of top loaders. But it's just something you have to have. I have a lot of issues with eBay for other reasons. eBay has a lot of scammers too. I think I've had like 4 things that I tried to sell on eBay. Half of them scammers. So I was like, well, I give up. I think I'm done with eBay. It just, yeah, like, of course, I didn't actually send anything out, but they wasted my time, they messed up my auctions. Like, it's so easy for people on eBay to just mess stuff up for you. No, I haven't even had time to look through all my stuff, so I've still not found the Hidden Fates ETB. I am looking to pick up some tins, some Hidden Fates tins this weekend, but you know, I don't know where the ETB is. Maybe one day. My room needs a lot of help, but I keep adopting more jobs instead of doing stuff like reorganizing my room so I can reach on my sold product again. Instead, I just have this like chaos mountain of cases of random stuff. But yeah, see, like eBay can get people's money back, but it's just too easy to waste sellers' time. Like I had a friend that was talking about something that they had put on there as an auction, and like it was pretty, you know, it started fairly low, started climbing up, hit like 1 to 2,000. I think they hit like 1,000, and then somebody went bam 2,000 from like 1,000, and so he was like, I guess that's probably the end of it. But no, then somebody bid 4,000, and so nobody paid any more than that. No one wanted to pay more than that, so the auction ended, and so it goes to the person that won the bid with $4,000. But guess what? They were like, yeah, never mind, I'm not gonna buy it. Oh, okay. So they go to the second person. Hey, you bid $2,000. You're now the highest bidder. You get to buy it. And they also said, nah, I'm good. Let's just give it to the next person. So now you gotta explain to person number 3 why they are now the winner for about $1,000 when this thing went up to 4,000. Like, I'm just like, sounds like a very not nice experience. Like, it's just ridiculous. So I need to send you the funds for the... You mean the unbroken bonds? I wish I had a cosmic booster box. But it's already set in stone. I'm already made plans to meet the seller for the tins. I was so excited when I saw somebody locally that had some, because as you guys know, I really like to buy locally when I can. It's like, yeah, just making me even sadder that I've never gotten a cosmic booster box. So sad. Very big oofs. All we do is enjoy our magic rambles. I could just go on for way too long about magic. Whenever I meet new people and like a conversation starts about magic, I have the hardest time restraining myself from just going off. I could talk for days straight about magic, and most people don't really want that. But you know. Alright, I'm gonna hurry and check orders real quick. I've got 10 to 20 minutes left, so if anyone wants to buy anything, the sooner the better. Like I said, my Wi-Fi is just gonna straight up be gone in a little bit. They're supposed to be doing stuff to fix it, but every time they've done stuff to fix it in the past, it has not helped. It just resulted in like 12 hours that we didn't have Wi-Fi. So, yeah. Your spirit animal's Goreclaw secret lair. I don't know that I've seen that one. Goreclaw. He's a pretty silly guy. I do really like Goreclaw. Oh my goodness, I own this one. I literally own this one. See, I haven't actually taken it out of the package, but this was one of the, like... I think it's this one. Yeah! This is one of the 4 secret lairs I've like ever gotten. I never opened it though, since I don't have any time for deck building anymore. But I literally have the one that the Goreclaw comes out of. I just forgot. See, I just remember that there's the Alms Collector and the Reninseri. And I was really excited about those. The Goreclaw is still super cool, but I have like 15 copies of that card from March of the Machines, so I have a lot of Goreclaws, but obviously this one's a little bit cooler than most of them. Nisa Animus Landfall deck. Ooh, nice. $101 card I had. You never used. I mean, you know, if it works, it works. Yeah, that's funny that I was like, I don't think I know what that one is. Oh wait, I own that one. Good stuff. The one set, the one drop that I bought stuff for. I got that one. I got the one really cool, like city something. Let me see if I can. Aha. We'll pull this up so you guys can see. I can make my window capture work. Ooh, maybe. There we go. I got the one with all of the really neat ones like that. So we got Tesa, have Azusa. That's what it is. Except I never remember whether the Z or the S is first. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I'm obsessed. I don't remember for sure what the other ones are. Actually, I might just have them in this random pile of cards over here. I've been trying to like organize a bunch of the cards on my desk and stuff. And so I have like this little box that I'm putting all the magic ones in. Like this aggravated assault that I got a few months ago and never did anything with. It's a nice card. I certainly have decks for it to go in, but it's just chilling. Just hanging out. Let's see. Those are just random cards from Aftermath. That's random stuff that didn't make the cut for a deck. Oh, here's some Secret Lair silliness. It does look like I have most of them in this little stack. Yeah, so let's see. Not those. Yes, here they are. We got Sakashima. Fun fact, I originally was going to sell this card to a friend because they really, really wanted it. I was like, yeah, that's the only one that I don't need from the lair. And then by the time I got it, they're like, yeah, no, I took that deck apart. Which is like, okay. I guess I get a cool Sakashima that I don't need. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's really cool. We got Tesa, Azusa, the Massacre Girl. Love this. Then this one, I didn't buy, but I traded it from a friend. And it's adorable. And then the Paradise Mantle. Oh, and this was one of the other Secret Lair I got was this one. It came, the other cards were Counterbalance and Deafening Silence. But I sold the Deafening Silence to another friend because they were like, I need the Deafening Silence. And these were a couple of my bonus cards that I got in the Secret Lairs I opened. So, good stuff. Anyways, I think we might just have an order. So let me hurry and put these magic cards away. Then we will check orders right in time. Just got a little bit longer before I have to turn it off because I want to be in charge and not let Xfinity just say, okay, you're done. Alright, we have 5 Paldea for Chase. Let's do it. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, let's pull some fire. Just get right to the good stuff. I mean, it's such a cool Secret Lair. When I saw it, I was like, well, how am I supposed to not buy this? And then it was like, if you get up to like $100, you get free shipping. And I was like, oh. So you better believe I got up to $100 by buying 2 more layers so that I could get free shipping. Give us commons. Ooh. I will definitely check on that after we finish these bags for Chase. Alright, in the next one, not spice. That's not the spice we are here for, but we got 3 more. We got 3 more chances to pull the spice. Hopefully maybe there's some spice in here. Nope, not that one. The little Tinka-Tink is cute though. Little silly fella. Alright, packet number 4. Can we see a little bit of sparkly shiny goodness? Oh! I don't know how to feel about Annihilate, but there you go. We got you an Annihilate EX full art. I mean, it is texture and it is pretty shiny, so technically it does fall into the category that we're looking for. Shiny, sparkly, textury goodness. I mean, the colors are nice. I'll give it that. I will give it that. Alright, and pack number 5! Not much, but this like heart that looks, I don't know, but something about this picture concerns me. Alright, well, we at least got your full art. We will get those all added to your stack right over here. There we go. Okay, I need to see this Guildless Commons now. Just a cute little card. Very, very handy. Guildless Commons. I'm just seeing the Commander Legends printing. Is it not something? Oh, do you mean like what it does? Not like an alternate art? Because it's just a little silly bounce land. Gotta love bounce lands. I play a lot of them. Usually, when Double Masters 2022 came out, I was so excited to see all the gorgeous bounce lands in there. So I have my like full art bounce lands for like a lot of my decks. Bounces itself. Now see, yeah, I never like remember what Nisa does because I never pulled one. Let's see, this enters, add 1 mana, second to this ability is resolved. Card into your hand. The new, yeah, that is the new Nisa, right? And then Azusa, 2 additional lands. Just played a few times. Little bit silly. Just a little bit silly. Yes, the Evolving Skies are from tins. I picked up a tin this week and was very surprised when it had Evolving Skies in it. I was like, oh, what a nice little surprise. Just get all this silly little mana. Lotus Cobra. Landfall decks are so funny. I built a landfall deck once, but I don't know how I feel about it, because I really focused on, a lot of it was about playing lands from the graveyard, but I didn't really put like enough mill or like sacrifice lands in it, so it just wasn't particularly special. It did a little bit of stuff, but I only played it a couple times and I was like, I need to like remake this entire deck before I play with it again. Alright, we've got a trainers only mystery pack and some Paldea for John. So 20, so it's 5 packs of Paldea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And let me see, trainer pack, there we go. Bird, play all the lands and creatures. See, that sounds like me when I'm deck building, at least in terms of the creatures. Every time I build a deck, I get so excited about all the silly little creatures and the things that they do that I add way too much of those and not enough. Like, most of my decks are really short on like instants and sorceries and enchantments, because I just get too excited about all the silly creatures. I'm like, oh, the creatures can block and stuff, and they have these cute little silly abilities, and I'm just like, I would just put all the creatures in my decks. But see, that's why I like decks like Kalia, where creatures are a very important part of the deck. You're going to want to have a lot of creatures so that you can play them for free. But yeah, one day, I am gonna get around to making a spell slinger or something of the sort deck, and it's gonna be so hard for me to not just put creatures in it. I have to actually put instants and sorceries, and the creatures that need to be in there only need to be instants and sorcery creatures, and maybe like something like Drannith Magistrate, just for fun, just for a little bit of silliness. All the good stuff. Ooh, I don't know what he is. He's like a bug guy, but we got Ravska. Very nice little illustration rare. The colors, I love the like, I mean, I guess it's kind of the scarlet and violet, but I like that it's like a sunset. I like sunsets. Sunsets are pretty neat. This 32. I feel that. That was me too with my landfall deck. I was like, I put more lands in this deck than I put in most decks. But in most decks, I put like 32. So, I mean, mine might have a little bit more than yours. Just hits. Got it. We will remove the not spies. Oh my goodness, this Clodsire. I love him. I love Clodsire. He's a silly little splendid guy. So we get that one and that one. And then on to the trainer pack. We just got a couple cards, but they're good ones. We got Vintage Erica. Isn't she so cute? And a Friends in Galar. I'm still so obsessed with this card from when they initially printed it. But it was never one that I hit for myself. But it's so cute. So there you go. Enjoy your little bit of spice. And we will get those out of your stack. Oh, there it is. Alright, you are good to go. I hope you enjoyed. Let's see. This is just all the lands. Yeah, I really got. I was just like, oh, look at all these cute little landfall creatures I can put in here. Look at all this cute little stuff that I can put in here that only can do its silly stuff if I actually play lands. But it's just a silly little guy. I can't get over all the silly little guys. I have a problem. Alright, it is time to open some Evolving Skies for Chase. Let's see, here we go. Let's get some fire out of these. We are here for the spice and nothing but the spice. Oh my goodness, there we go. Little dinosaur nails doing their job, opening the packs. Alright, we got Jumpluff! And a Melodic. I really like Melodic, but not from an Evolving Skies pack. So pack number 2 has a little bit more excitement for us. I want some texture, please. Please. Well, it's not textured or foiling, but it's the size of a toad. Well, unfortunately, the Evolving Skies did not deliver. I'm gonna like pick up a bunch of Evolving Skies so we can make sure at least some of the packs have to have hits next time. But we'll go ahead and get these added to your stack. There we go. Strip Minefield of Ruin. See, those are what I need to be putting in my landfall deck. But I just... all the silly little landfall creatures. I get too excited about them. And see, I built one of the Titanias. I think his brother's War Commander. Let's see. Yes, Titania, Nature's Fourth Force Commander, the Brothers War. So it says you may play forests from your graveyard. So I mean, technically, can't play Strip Mine and Field of Ruin from my graveyard, but I can play a lot of stuff from my graveyard. And of course, there are other really nice landfall cards that let you play cards from your graveyard. And this is whenever a forest enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/3 green elemental creature token. And then whenever an elemental you control dies, you may mill 3 cards. So you can get some forest in your graveyard, so you can play forest from your graveyard. You were the only one that gets lands. Landfall land destruction decks are just so chaotic. Just very, very selfish. You get all the lands. Everybody else, not so much. They get all of the, I don't know, all of the hatred for whoever is playing the land destruction. That's what they get. Oh no! Send for evolving right as we got another order. So you'll send 2 more and just get 8 Paldea. We can do that. Let's see. Yeah. There's 4 and 8. Trying to see. Is this the last of my Paldea? My box is slowly getting smaller. I don't know exactly how much I have, but I'll count it later. I have at least 10 left in the box. Search for ancient, a bit more reliable stuff. We do like searching for silly little things here and there. Man, I really need to find more Evolving Skies. Why does it have to be so hard to find? Every day. I every time I think about like trying to find Evolving Skies, I'm like, it would be so cool if there was just some that I could find. The only Evolving Skies I've seen recently was an entire booster box at a store that they know what Evolving Skies is worth, and they know some people will really pay an extra premium to get it locally. I, however, do not want to pay that extra premium, so I'm gonna keep hunting elsewhere. It's one of those stores that, like, every now and then they have a great deal, but otherwise their prices are not very great. Alright, Keith, let's get some fire. Yes, there are some like tins here and there. It's just so hard because you never know what printing of the tin it's gonna be. It's a surprise. Unless, you know, you find a bunch of the same tin at a store and then you open one and it has Evolving Skies, then you know you gotta go back and get the rest of them. But most times I find tins in stores, there's like 2 left. Send you a DM about Evolving Skies. Cool. I will check on that probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna have time to check any messages before my Wi-Fi goes out. We got like a little bit longer. But then my Wi-Fi is gonna say, peace out. Magikarp! Not the one we want! One day we're gonna pull somebody that's super sweet Magikarp. Yeah, I feel so bad when I get super behind on messages, but I am just, I don't know, I'm not good at staying up on messages. Especially when I have all kinds of different apps. The one that's the worst is Instagram, because I don't have notifications for my messages on Instagram. I just check it like once or twice a week, and when I check it once or twice a week, there's usually like 4 or 5 messages on there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of people to respond to. See, any more than like my mom is a lot of people for me to respond to. There we go, we got a little bit of silliness, got Frigobacks. The first part of the fever dream that is the special arts for this evolution. Also, my camera cord is like stuck on something, so it keeps like pulling my camera to the side, driving me crazy. Alright, we got a little bit of silliness. Can we see a little bit more silliness? Oh, was there something? We got the Meowscarada EX. If only it was the Altart one. That would be a little bit cooler if it was the Altart one. But we do accept a silly little ultra rare. No, it's not even an ultra rare anymore. I don't know. You guys, I can't figure out these new rarities. Oh, there we go! That is a much nicer version of Meowscarada right there. Let's go. It's like, yeah. We had to be getting close to something spicy. There we go. A little bit of gold for you. Is like, oh yeah, that regular one's not spicy enough. Have this one. Have a little bit of gold. Very, very nice way to end off those packs. We'll go ahead and get those added to your stack. See, there we go. Very, very nice. Congrats on that spicy gold card. See, I guess the extra couple packs were what you needed to get to our shiny gold card. Alright, let me check orders again real quick. We got like 5 minutes tops, and then I have to leave. You can thank Xfinity. Xfinity is kind of the worst. Every time I hear one of their commercials, like as like a radio ad or whatever, I'm like, wow, literally everything they said there has been the opposite of my experience with them. Fun. They're like, we have like 99.9% reliability. You don't have to use your phones for data to get Wi-Fi anymore. I've been using my phone for data to get Wi-Fi almost daily for the last couple of weeks. So I would not call that 99.9% reliable at all. It happens literally every summer too. It's something with the heat, I guess, but every summer since we started using Xfinity. That's not 99.9% reliability. It's so bad. I mean, one day my work uses the same Wi-Fi. One day the Wi-Fi was down all day and we literally couldn't open because, you know, like all of our POS, our credit card reader needs Wi-Fi to work, and the Wi-Fi was just out all day. So we're like, well, I guess we're not opening today. So yeah, I don't recommend Xfinity. I recommend giving them horrible reviews and hoping that maybe one day they'll actually make what they say in their commercials true. But unfortunately for now, I just gotta keep suffering while they say, yeah, we're fixing it. Cool, last time you fixed it, it didn't do anything, so I hope this time it's real fixing. But I guess I will keep you guys updated, except for when I don't have Wi-Fi, then I can't really do much. Alright, you guys, give it about 2 more minutes, and then I will be signing off. I might try and do a stream tomorrow too, but kind of just depends on how work goes and how much sleep I actually get tonight. I need a lot of sleep. Much sleep is wanted. So much sleep. Because I didn't get enough sleep last night, and then today was a really long day. I've been awake for like 13 hours, and it's not even midnight yet. I don't like that. That's too long for me. Too much time not comfy and sleeping, you know? I guess it's probably closer to 14. Yikes. Send for 2 Fusion Strike. Let's go. I love Fusion Strike so much. I will never get over how just underrated of a set I feel like it is. Alright. This is a great way to end it off. Let's get some Fusion Strike spice. So many sweet alt arts in this set. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Alright, start off with a little Totodile and a Palisand. Totodile the reverse is adorable. And let's hope for some fire out of pack number 2. Where was the fire? That was a lot of fighting. Not fire. Unfortunately, but we'll go ahead and get those added to your stack. Oh yes, there it is. And then we will refresh orders like 1 or 2 more times. And then I will have to go. Please tell Xfinity that they're the worst for me. Because I can't even contact them without Wi-Fi because they... What's the worst is when I'm like, my Wi-Fi's not working, and so I'm like, I pull up my phone to check if it's an outage or just like something wrong with our home Wi-Fi, and then it's like, oh no, you don't have any internet service. We don't know. We can't pull up the outage map. I'm just like, well, I guess there we go. There's my answer. It must be out. But yeah, maybe they'll fix it and then I can stop complaining. I would love that. I would love not having to complain about Wi-Fi. And I'm sure all the people that are sick of me complaining about stupid things like Wi-Fi, I bet they'll be happy too. It's like a win-win situation. Xfinity doesn't keep getting trashed on by me. My family doesn't continue to suffer our Wi-Fi just not working all the time. And then you guys get to have me talk about cooler stuff than complaining about Wi-Fi. So, we will hope for the best. Alright, we're checking orders one last time. I think it is it for tonight. It was a fun little stream. I'll try and do some more stocking up and Evolving Skies hunting. I actually have the day off on Saturday. That almost never happens. So, we will see if I have time to find some goodies. But yeah, I think that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for the fun, for hanging out with me while I count down to my Wi-Fi being gone all night. But yeah, that is it for tonight. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys all next time.